Hi everyone, my name is Kes and I collect, and today I want to do a ranking video. I wanted to rank all the Monster High movies from Generation 1 since Generation 3 only has one movie. I mean, we could put it in there, but it's in a completely different category in my opinion since it's live action and not animated. So before I start ranking them, this is my personal opinion. If your opinion is completely different, that is totally fine. This world is more fun if we have different opinions on things, right? And I hope I'm not missing any movies, because that would be kind of bad and sad. Also, I'm not going to include Gen 2 because they don't exist in my world. Number 14 is Greatscarrier Reef. This was the last movie from Generation 1, and you can kind of tell by the way they're telling the story, and it just makes no sense. Don't get me wrong, I love all the Monster High movies, and I watched them at least 4 times each. But the thing that I don't like about Greatscarrier Reef is mainly the storyline makes no sense. Now, I like the plot. I like the way that whole thing, the way they did it. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything, but just to be sure, spoiler alert. The way it started made no sense to me. It is about Laguna having stage fright, which is, you know, that can happen and that sucks. But she literally has a dance class doll, has literally been seen performing in the webisodes. So to make a movie where she suddenly has stage fright just made no sense. Like, she didn't have any issue performing before, and now all of a sudden they just really wanted to make a movie. I high-key ship Laguna and Toralei in this movie as well. They're cute. But anyways, mainly because the story made no sense, that's the reason why it's in last place. I'm sorry. Number 13, Freaky Fusion. First of all, can we all agree that this song slaps? It is so good. Literally one of the best Monster High songs, and I'm really sad it's not on Spotify. But the movie felt a little rushed. I liked the concept a lot. It gave me like really Freaky Friday vibes, which is probably what it's based on. I think it's really cute. I don't know, something felt a little off about that movie. I have this issue with like main characters. You know, it was like, oh, Frankie's the main character again. Oh, she has to save everyone. Oh, she's sacrificing herself for her friend. It was kind of like the whole, I don't know. It was a little too predictable, in my opinion. So that's maybe why I didn't like it that much. But I did really enjoy it. I like watching that movie. And Cleo and Toralei together are iconic. That is literally one of the best matches ever. Number 12, School Shores. I love School Shores. I'm gonna say this for every movie. I love this movie, but no, I have to rank them. So yeah, I'm sorry, I have to rank them. The movie felt really rushed to me. I feel like they could have dragged it a little longer. This was one of the earlier Monster High movies, so as we know, Monster High from the beginning had like really short webisodes. They kind of did the same with movies. They made it like 45 minutes or 30 minutes, and that was the movie. And I was like, you know, make it longer. I'm enjoying it. Like, make it longer. I like the storyline. I wish Andy got a doll, because Andy is one of the cutest monsters. I have to say that. Yeah, he's cute. And Cleo, it was funny. It was a funny movie. I liked it. Number 11, Skulltimate Roller Maze. Or, that's not actually what it's called. It's actually called Friday Night Frights, but I always called it Roller Maze, because, you know, the doll line is called Roller Maze, so I kind of was like, that's the same thing. Surprisingly, when I rewatched it, I liked it better. I liked it better as an adult than as a kid. It has a really good storyline, and I really like that. I don't know why I put this movie so low, because I really enjoyed it, and I like the storyline. I like everything about it, actually, so. Number 10 is Ghouls Rule. I really like Ghouls Rule's storyline. I think it's really cute. It's pretty educational, even though it's not real. You know, it's not a real story, but you gotta change tradition. Sometimes you gotta change it for the better. I really like that movie. I had to choose again, so I have not really anything negative to say about this movie, to be honest. I like the fact that Holt was in it, because Holt is my favorite monster. He didn't get a lot of screen time throughout the whole Monster High series. He doesn't even have a lot of dolls. He only has 2, so, you know, it was fun seeing him. I really liked that. Number 9 is the Gloom Beach short movie 2D thing. That tiny little movie was one of the most nostalgic things I watched as a kid. When it came out, I was just like, wow, this is so cute and I love this story so much. It was so simplistic and it was probably not the best. But this is my personal ranking, and quality of the storyline and the character development is an important factor, but nostalgia is also really important to me, so that's why it's in this place. I remember seeing the characters in their Gloom Beach outfits, and I wanted the Gloom Beach dolls so badly. I never owned any Gloom Beach doll as a kid. I bought all of them, they're right there, when I started recollecting, and they're so nostalgic to me. I love them. Number 8, New Ghoul in School. Again, a very nostalgic movie, also 2D, and this was iconic. The songs in this are iconic. The whole story, it went really fast, and the characters are very over the top and dramatic, but I really like that. It's just the base of Monster High, like how it all started, like how Frankie became who she is now, and the beginning of Cleo's character development and all that stuff is just perfect. Number 7, Fright On. I also didn't really like this movie as a kid, but I liked it way better when I was an adult because I understood it a little bit better. This has a very deep message about racism, and I think that's awesome because that is something that Monster High was always really good with, like inclusivity and basically all that stuff, making sure everyone is included, and conflicts exist and in the real world, and to make it in a monster thing like vampires against werewolves, which everybody knows are like enemies of each other. But why? You know, they don't have to be. Claude and Draculaura are dating, Claudine and Draculaura are best friends, you know, it's just all something that has been taught that is not necessarily accurate, or it doesn't have to be accurate. Don't judge someone based on their kind of monster or race in the real world. I think that's awesome. Number 6, Frights Camera Action. When I watched this movie as a kid, I was shocked by the plot, okay? I'm a massive predictor. Most of the time I can predict series or movies. I can predict it pretty easily. But this time I was not able to predict it. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Definitely watch that movie. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Love the fact that Draculaura is the main character. She's my favorite character, so I really like that. And they just did a really good job with it. I think it looks awesome. Great storyline. I liked it. A very mature storyline. Monster High is just impressive with stuff like that. Good job to the people who wrote that. Number 5 is Scaris. I love that movie so much. It's so good. Iconic. First of all, Claudine is the main character, which I love that they're switching up the main characters. I love it when they do that, so we can look into another character a little bit more, you know, it's exciting. Also, the thing that I love is that they had like multiple storylines, and they told all of them separately from each other, but they kind of merged together in the end. Because you got Claudine's story, which is the main storyline, and then you got Ghoulia, who was trying to get money for her scooter, and then you got the Mansters, who were back at Monster High, who were really missing their ghouls, and Heath just sang along because he's Heath. Deuce being an absolute sweetie, Claude being adorable. I just love that they made the Mansters so in touch with their feelings and so sweet and cute, and I love that. Number 4 is Boo York, Boo York. Great movie. First Monster High musical movie that we got, and I love the songs. They slap, especially Sorry It's Over with Cleo and Deuce. The song is so sad, but it's so good. It slaps. And Empire, you know, with Nephra, 8. Really like the storyline. Deuce is super funny in that movie. You know what? I'm kind of thinking that Deuce might be my new favorite character. I don't know. It's just because I've seen too little from Holtz to actually really like him. You know what? I'm gonna switch up my favorite Manster right now at this moment. It's Deuce now. He's so cute. He's so cute. I can't. And the storyline is again super good in my opinion. Like, they did a really good job with that. I can't. It's just good. It's a good movie. Now we're on to my top 3 favorite movies. Number 3 is Haunted. Again, super good plot. Also, I was not able to predict it as a kid. Of course, when I got older, I was like, okay, it is predictable, but as a kid, it took me a while to predict it, which is good. Really nice story. I always like it when, in any movie, doesn't really matter, they go into a different universe or a realm or whatever, and they transform. I love that. In the Barbie movies, I loved it when she turned from a fairy to a mermaid. I like it when they do those things, and they did that in Haunted as well. All the ghouls turn into ghosts, and they got completely new looks with outfits and everything, so huge fan of that. And we got some new characters. Kiyomi, super cute, one of the prettiest monster idols ever created in my opinion. Porter, absolute cutie. River, super cute as well. And Vandella the Bloom's hilarious. I like it when they introduce new characters this way. I understand that it's all for marketing purposes and they want to sell the dolls, so they put them in movies. I get that, but I don't care because it's cute. Number 2 is 13 Wishes, one of the best movies. I loved that movie so much. I think that's the one I rewatched the most. I love the storyline, I love Wisp, I love the little hints to Ever After High. Still waiting for that crossover movie, Monster High. It's a good movie. It is one of the longer movies and I think it is just epic. I wish they made a Fawn doll. Great sister story as well. It was pretty relatable because I have a sister, a little sister, and we were kind of like Howleen and Claudine sometimes. Like, right now we're more like Dracula and Frankie, I would say, but I just love it when they have like sister bonds in movies because it's relatable for me. And number 1 is, drum rolls, Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love? Now, I admit it, this is not necessarily the best movie storytelling wise, but this movie is so nostalgic to me. It is the first, I just googled it, it's the first 3D Monster High movie that came out, and it had my favorite character, Draculaura, as the main character from the movie. It was about love, which is also something I really enjoy. It was like, 2 boys fighting for girls, also like something I really enjoy for some reason, and it was just cute. Claude was adorable in that movie, and Draculaura was also adorable, but also kind of like sassy, and I really didn't like her at some moments in the movie. It was great, and it has a special place in my heart. Those were all the Monster High movies. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Let me know your top 3 Monster High movies in the comments down below, because I would love to know. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! I said video.